Good boy. Hey guys, Cesar Millan here. I hope you're having a safe, peaceful, and loving day. I wish you nothing but trust, respect, and love. But today we're gonna have fun with the nose of a dog once again. 60% of the brain is controlled by the nose, and I can't emphasize enough how important it is to connect to the nose of a dog. But before we train a dog, we have to nurture natural abilities. And for that, we're gonna need 3 ingredients today. We're gonna need food. I like to use fish, because it has a very pungy smell, really strong smell. I like to use a ball. Junior loves this ball. He loves to play with the chocolate ball. And number 3, I'm gonna use me this time because dogs also get motivated by finding you. So they can find food, they can find toys, and they can find you. And that is gonna be super fun, and that can be practiced indoor. So today we're gonna use Benson, who's a Pomeranian. He's around 6 years old. He's never done this exercise. I never asked him to do this. He definitely he has other skills. He's a great dancer, he's a great swimmer, he listens extremely well. But this is about me showing you how to start with a dog who's never done it, no matter what age the dog is. For that, as you see, I got 3 cups. I like to number the cups just in case that I forget where I put it, because I don't want to show Benson where the food is, but I do want to help him. Okay, so you're gonna see me coaching Benson, nurturing Benson, naturing Benson. You know, you're gonna see me very calm, very quiet, very still, because I want him to look at the cup and to look at me and to look at the cup and to look at me, because that's the relationship I'm looking for. I want his little nose to tell me where the object is. Always day one is about imprint. So it's not about many repetitions in order for him to become extremely professional. Today is about him having fun, having an imprint, and remembering that we did something new together. And tomorrow we do it again, and we increase the repetitions, and you can increase the cups, or you can increase where you put it and where you hide it. You can put a blanket on it. You can put many things. So he goes through the challenge of how far the smell is, how deep the smell is, you know, and how long it takes to find it. I always say it's very important not to put your scent on anything that you are about to play with, because you don't want them to. This is not about an exercise where they're gonna find your scent. This is an exercise where the dog is gonna find food. Okay, so it's very important that only the food scent is the only thing that's available for Benson. So obviously the cups, it smells like plastic, so he's gonna bypass that smell, and we're gonna encourage him to really go to the cup that has the fish smell. And then after that, we're gonna reward him. I'm gonna start with the middle. Here's the tuna. Good boy. For this, you want to make sure that the leash is all the way at the bottom of the chest, because you do want him, if he picks up on the scent from here, to pull you to it, right? Because this is good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Very good. Good boy. He's picking up on the scent. He's doing search and rescue. Search and rescue of the tuna. Good boy. Good boy! That's a good boy! Good boy, Vincent! That's a good boy! Good boy! That's a good boy! Good boy! Yeah, that's a good boy! Good boy, Vincent! That's a good boy! Good boy! Yes! Good boy! All right, so he did extremely well. You saw how he went. He picked up on the scent right from here. He's like, it's a spongy smell in this place, but it's in the floor, because they can pick up, you know, the smell in the floor, in the middle, or up here, right? So they can do air tracking. And so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna change the where we're gonna put the food, but now we're gonna cover it. So now he has to use his paw. Now you're gonna see how the reward is gonna be much easier. Right now I have to keep the food somewhere else because I don't wanna touch the food, because I don't wanna confuse him. I didn't want to confuse him that I have food in my hand and there's food on the floor, because he's used to getting food from my hand, because like I told you before, he's a great dancer. He does agility, he swims, he does obedience. So all of that stuff, this is the first time he's actually been told to find food, and he's going to get food on top of that. You understand what I'm saying? He's never done it. That's something that I don't allow. But because I want to teach you how to challenge the nose of a dog, especially a dog who's never done it before, I wanted you to see the steps. All right? So now step 2 is we got to cover them. This to me is extremely important. You know, my scent on it will completely slow down, not make it accurate. I like to be accurate. So even if I'm going to put something on top of it that has nothing to do with, it has no smell, but I do want him to, see, he's going to have that smell in here. I'm going to put a number 3. I have Benson in the bathroom right now because I want him to build a suspense, right? For him to, I want to do it again. Very little. You don't have to pay too much. The pay here is that you took the time to challenge them. So all of this takes preparation, all that energy that you're doing, all the creativity, you thinking about them, all of that, they feel it. They don't just smell the food that you are providing, but they also feel and they smell the love, the energy, the thought that went through it, because you have to be creative. So you really practically are creating for them a moment just for them. Good boy. Yeah. So for him to be in front, so proud of himself and pulling me, that's what I want. I want that. Look, he went to the middle because that's what the memory is. Look, he looked at me. That's what I wanted. That's not where it is. Good boy. That's a good boy. I want him to push it. Good boy. I told you he was going to smell it and look at me. So what do I do? How do I get it? Good boy. That's a good boy. Yes, a good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. You're a good boy. You're doing a great job. See? He knows this is how he normally gets his food, by dancing. Good boy. He's going to the right one, but he doesn't know how to get it. That's good boy. That's good. That's good. Oh, just a good boy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Now, he's not going for the other 2 with their empty, is to let you know that his nose is pointing at the right one. So this is a dog that's never done it before. It might not look like he's understanding, but what he's understanding is, look at Cesar. I am near a container that has this spongy smell that normally Cesar never gives us. That part is tuna, so I don't give them tuna. Not for any reason, it's just the tuna is for me. So this is very classic. This is very typical. They turn around and then they face like a border collie, and so they want to know. So what do I do now, right? So especially if you get so close to the food. Good boy, Benson. Benson, come on. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. See, as you see, he knows how to do what people call obedience, and he's great on the agility. He's great on the dancing. He's great on the obedience. He's great on the swimming. But right now, we're teaching him to use his ability to point. Good boy. So for this is actually where you can involve another family members to come and help you. You need a harness for that. If you don't have a harness, just pull it from the chest. This is the time where you actually want the pull back, which most people actually walk a dog pulling back, or they walk a dog with a harness, which just sends the dog to tracking. So this is a perfect time where we're going to use the pull back, the harness, to bring this tracking, to bring this ability to want to use the nose. This is why when you put a harness on a dog, the nose goes in the ground. This is why when you put a harness on a dog, they pull, because the tool of a harness was made for that purpose. And right now is a perfect time for them to do the nose, the tracking, the pulling, and all of that. At the same time, your family members can come and help you and understand that pulling back means get the dog engaged so they can actually get more excited about it. When you pull back, the brain does this. So it makes the excitement a lot stronger, a lot louder. Okay? So let's do it. Oh my God, oh my God. Let's do it again, let's do it again. That's what we want, that's what we want. Go, 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 go. So we want to keep Sophia super excited, super happy-go-lucky. Close her eyes. Close her eyes. Come on, Sophia, go, 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 go. Come on, Sophia, go, 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 go. One way to do search and rescue, you team up with a family member, you bring a toy just in case if that day your dog is a little bit not understanding what you're about to do. So the toy should bring a little bit of excitement, and then slowly you guys can work together. When is the cue? What kind of cue are you going to give in order for the dog to go and find it, and how you're going to help a dog to go and follow you. You don't want to tell the dog where the person is. You just want to walk around very casually, let the nose pick up. And once they know that the game is about to find in somebody they love, you're not going to stop them. You just actually have to challenge them over and over and over. And you just add a lot more, challenge into their exercise. Now, let me show you a real professional. This is what have allowed me to bond with Junior at another level, a very athletic level. He takes this absolutely serious. Literally can look for this ball for hours and he won't stop until he finds it, okay? And that's how I have kept Junior so healthy, so happy, so loving, and so tired. Now, let me remind you, Junior is now deaf. So he makes a lot more sounds than ever before. And that's just him communicating. He's getting excited about anything. But okay, you present it, then you ask him. This is a combination of obedience and mastery. This is an exercise that, because he's so good at it, you can do it by yourself. You only need a dog, a ball, and a human. That's it. Look at the focus, the concentration. Okay? All right, let me hide the ball. So he has to stay there, self-control, so I can tell him where to find the ball. Number 1. If you hide this ball under here, he will rip this whole thing off. He will completely destroy my yoga mats. If you put it behind a wall, he will destroy the wall. He's never done it here, so this is a place where it's a lot of oil smells, a lot of Palo Santo smell, a lot of Frankenstein smells. So he's going through the layer of the room. Good boy, good boy. That's a good boy, good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy, good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a professional. And he's 13 years old. So you can only imagine when he was 5, when he was 6, even when he was 10. Much faster, more accurate, way stronger. But this is 13 years. This is the equivalent of the 80-year-old man, doing some kind of sport. Ah! Yeah! That's why he's junior. That's why he's a pit bull. Yeah! Only pit bulls can be Navy SEALs. Only pit bulls can be Navy SEALs. Yeah. Ha, that's a good boy. Look at the intensity. Come and see this. Look how much he loves these things. Like, look at the concentration. The only thing I don't like is the drooling. Hey. That's a good boy. Now, one thing that I want to share about when a pit bull finds anything, you have to let him celebrate for a very short period of time. Don't let them shake the toy too much. Don't let them destroy the toy too much, because then they go into ripping things apart. That's not a game anymore. So make sure he celebrates and make sure he learns to quickly release and wait for the retriever, like retrievers. So when you see a retriever doing the same thing, he grabs it, he brings it back, spit it back. That's why it makes it so easy to play with him. When you play with a pit, they find it, they destroy it, so you don't have anything to play back. So that's why a lot of times people say, well, my dog destroyed the ball, my dog destroyed the toy. It's because they don't catch it at the time where they're about to go from a dog to a pit. I want the determination of a pit, but not the destruction that comes after they find the toy. And that to them, they're celebrating, so they're not doing anything outside what they are bred for. But I just don't want him to ever know that that's available to him. That, my friends, is a wrap. For watching my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And most importantly, thank you for helping me to achieve better humans, better planet.